Welcome to Happy Health. My name is Gayatri and I'll be your host. I'll be here every week to talk about how to make ourselves look better, feel better, and how to keep our immunity strong. And today we have a guest. She is the founder of Diet Point. Her name is Monica Rajiv Batra. She's the leading weight loss and fat loss dietitian and nutritionist based in India and Singapore. Diet Point is an award winning weight loss clinic based out of Mumbai with a growing clientele based online from Abu Dhabi, USA, Singapore, and UK. Monica is a highly qualified nutritionist who is working with thousands of professionals, homemakers, sports, and movie celebrities. So let's welcome Monica. And Monica is helping a lot of people to lose weight staying home. She has a MSc in nutrition from SNDT KIM Hospital in Mumbai, and she has an MBA in hospital management at TISS Mumbai. So without further ado, let's welcome Monica. Monica, welcome to our show. How are you?
Hi, Gayatri. Thank you so much for letting me in this show. I was just waiting for this for almost a month. Here I'm Monica Rajiv Batra from dietpoint.co.in, and I'm the chief nutritionist at Dietpoint. I've been doing nutrition for last almost 13 years, and I think for the first time I'm doing something for US audience. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Gayatri. Let
Mhm.
me know how to get started with this.
Yes, and we are so happy to have you. You know, the last 1 year it's been a pandemic, and a lot of people are working from home. So this is a perfect time. You know, people are looking into how to lose weight, how to keep fit, how to boost their immunity while staying home. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions if you don't mind. So the first
Yes,
question
sure.
is: everybody is working from home nowadays, and maybe even though they're not feeling hungry, the food is readily available in the pantry, in the kitchen, and we tend to eat a lot. So how to change this habit?
Perfect. See, what happens is we feel that, we like a certain thing. For examples, for some people, they like sugary stuff, they like donuts. For some people, they like savory stuff, they like samosas. Even
Yes.
after you finished a meal, you want to eat that namkeen, right?
Yes.
So we feel that, we are not able to control our habits, and, we are guilty all the time. But the main reason that you're not able to control your habits or you're not able to change yourself is because of the hormones in your body. Okay, so we have hormones in our body which will tell you go and take that stuff,
Yeah. Hmm.
right? So it is all that chemical locha in the body, you could say, right? So we have hormones like hunger hormones like leptin, we have ghrelin. Sometimes we are not sleeping well, so we have elevated hormones of stress hormones, which is cortisol. All these hormones work together
Hmm.
and tell us that you need to take that extra helping. So
Oh.
it is not that you are a bad person. The thing is that somewhere you have not changed your minor habits. Okay.
Yes.
Now, for instance, if you are nowadays, even teenagers or even kids are on mobile phones late at night. Okay.
Yes.
So whatever you do, whatever serums you apply, whatever vitamin C you use on your face, it's not going to work because the hormones, the stress hormones are going to be high in your
Yes.
body. If
Uh-huh.
you're sleeping at 2 a.m., if you're sleeping at 3 a.m., whatever chemicals you apply, it is not going to work. The skin is not going to rejuvenate. Your hunger hormones are also that way. If you're
Mm.
not letting your body rest, hormones like cortisol, semi-cortisol, they are high in your body, and you tend to eat extra.
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, there is hormone like leptin.
Hmm.
It is a hunger hormone. Now, in a perfect world, what happens is that you eat something, you are full, the leptin will go and tell your brain, okay, we don't need more food.
Yeah.
But when we abuse our body, we
Hmm.
don't sleep well, we don't take good vitamin D, we don't go out in the sun because we have to be all fair.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't take enough vitamin D, we are not sleeping, we are not exercising, then the leptin is a little fatigued. Okay, it's not it's doing its job of telling the brain that she should stop eating. We already have a lot of fat on the belly, there is a lot of stores, so the leptin is also fatigued and not doing its job. That is when you don't realize that where to stop, and you keep eating.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, if you want to know that your leptin is in the right place or not, there is a common example. If you have had a very huge meal,
Mm-hmm.
okay, after that, maybe 5-10 minutes later, again you go for something sweet or anything that is there,
Yeah.
right? So I wouldn't say it is 100% hormonal, but yes, 50-60% it is hormonal, and rest 40% is availability of the food, plus you could say that, just out of habits.
Yes.
For instance, our forefathers, they never used to have 4-5 meals a day: breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, evening, dinner. No, they used to have maximum 2 or 3 meals a day.
Yes.
So now that we have habituated ourselves, that
Mhm.
also plays a role in it. So
Okay.
I would say that it is not only hormonal and not only habits. It is a compilation of everything together that way.
Okay.
So yes, if you really want to lose your belly fat, it's not that you have to eat something special or if you have to eat something specific. You have to actually start working on your sleep. You have to check your vitamin D. You have to check whether if you feel a lot of fatigued and tired all the time, you have to check your B12. You have to check your thyroid. So basically you have to treat yourself from the roots.
Okay.
Take care of your hormones first,
Mhm.
and automatically weight loss will follow, but it
So
will
you
take
need
a
to
long
make
time.
a conscious effort not to do that
Yes.
if you have the
Yeah.
habit, right? Does the
Yes.
same thing apply to sugar cravings? How to control the sugar cravings? A lot of people, even though they try to diet and control their food intake, they have this sugar cravings and they tend to eat a lot of sugary stuff, which is not good for
Yeah,
them.
I'll tell you. Now,
Mhm.
for instance, when we were kids,
Mhm.
our snacks used to be really, could be a banana when we
Yeah.
come from school, or maybe
Mhm.
milk with dry fruits,
Yes.
or, something which is homemade. We never
Yes.
had too much of packed food,
Yeah.
But nowadays, when kids are back from school, they are generally given around 4 to 5 Oreos with a glass of milk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
if nothing else, mom is driving them back from school. Let's stop at the, a donut shop or, McDonald's that way. So what happens is now we don't realize we keep, moms are generally asking us what to give the child so that he can retain focus and, can concentrate on studies. The only thing that you have to do is cut down on sugar.
Yeah.
Now, what we tend to do is we never give the child boiled peanuts for snack. We
Yeah.
give them Oreo, we give them chips and lace, and so many other things.
Mhm.
One two pieces of Oreos are actually 35 grams of sugar. Okay, now we don't realize. So Oreo, if a child is taking a snack as Oreo and milk, what
Mhm.
happens is too much of sugar at one go.
Yeah.
Okay, now when you have so much of sugar, we feel that you feel active for a certain period of time, like half an hour, 45 minutes, and then sugar is digested very quickly.
Mhm.
When that digestion is over, you suddenly feel that the child is again not able to is
Focus.
not retaining
Yeah.
is not able to focus on work, or is feeling tired.
Yes.
So what you actually we need to do is, now we feel what happens is, say for example, we have good bacteria in our abdomen, in our gut.
Mhm.
Okay, if you give them, for any bacteria to grow, it needs a food to grow on.
Yes.
Okay, so if you need good bacteria in your stomach, you need to give them vegetables to grow on. If
Mhm.
you are giving sugar to grow on,
Mhm.
what happens is the different kind of bacterial flora is
Yeah.
made in the stomach. Now, all these bacteria affect your brain hormones.
Yes.
Okay, we don't think about those things. We generally, what we tend to do is, for example, if you go to see 20 years ago,
Mhm.
McDonald had a size of burger. The size of burgers was very small. Now it is the
It's
big
like
burger,
bigger.
and we tend to finish the whole burger.
Mhm.
Burger is maida, which is just plain. For example, if you have khaskhas, right? The opium seeds, if you
Yeah.
take in minor quantity, they are good.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you concentrate them, it becomes a drug.
Yes.
So sugar in minor quantities not really a problem,
Yeah.
but if you concentrate it, and if you give a glass of juice which is packed
With sugar,
okay,
yeah.
the packed juice is actually corn syrup,
Yeah.
fructose corn syrup. So if I'm eating a piece of jaggery, or if I'm eating anything sweet, the whole thing is digested by my 60 kgs of body weight. But if I'm eating, maybe Oreo, which is corn syrup,
Yeah.
the entire thing has to be digested by, this 50 grams of liver in my body. So then we tend to force feed our livers.
Yeah.
And that is why we are not able to focus so much on your studies. You're not, you feel that kids are getting into depression because there are no healthy hormones released. So it
So
is,
the point you made that in limitation, the sugar in limitation is okay. So 1 or 2 teaspoon, in the chai or coffee is fine. That's what you're saying, even for adults,
yes,
right? You
yes,
don't have to deprive yourself of that sugar. Don't use a chemical substitute like sweeteners and all that. It's better to have the real sugar in chai. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay, but don't overdo it, right?
Don't overdo it, especially with the kids.
Yes, the kids. Okay, many people have this problem. They tend to exercise, but they just cannot get rid of the belly fat. Okay. And I know there, many people don't get enough sleep. So, how important is the sleep to get rid of the belly fat?
Now, say for example, as I said, if I'm not sleeping well, okay, there are stress hormones released. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell you the chain in very short manner. Now, for example, there is a stress hormone like cortisol. Okay, it is released because I've not slept well. If I've
Yes.
not slept well, to focus on my work, I need extra coffees.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that
We all been
adds
there.
on,
Yeah.
that adds on the milk and the sugar. Then after that, the cortisol continues in the bloodstream.
Mhm.
Okay, actually, cortisol, if it is released, it
Mhm.
should go back to bloodstream after 30 to 40 minutes. Now
Okay.
that we have a hectic lifestyle,
Yeah.
for instance, you are doing this session.
Yes.
After doing this session, you have in the back of your mind, that I have to send my child to school. After that, I have to take the child's studies. After that, I have to go for work. So this constant thinking
Yes.
keeps the cortisol in the blood and
Oh,
doesn't let it go back.
yeah.
Okay, when this happens, cortisol affects insulin. Now, insulin is the hormone, diabetic hormone, right? That is how we feel. We there are researchers which would tell you that insulin is, the stress is responsible for diabetes. This is
Oh,
why, because there is stress, there is cortisol. After that, it releases insulin. Insulin is a fat storage hormone. So whatever little you are eating, what we tend to do is we don't focus on the roots. We are not taking exercise, we're not sleeping well, we're not eating more vegetables, but we cut down on food
yeah.
and start running just to lose weight, right?
Mhm.
So whatever little you eat, insulin will still store it because it is there in your body.
Yeah.
So if you want to really lose weight, if you really want to lose that belly fat,
Yes.
start working on your sleep first. Start working on your vitamin D. Start working on your internal hormones, leptin and everything. Check your leptin levels. It should not be more than 12.
Okay.
And automatically you will realize that, it's easier for you. So even
Mhm.
if you take that one bread slice or one roti extra,
Mhm.
it is not going to affect you so much. You
Okay.
must be seeing that people tell you that,
Mhm.
I ate roti in the night, so today my weight is 1 kg up. It is not because of the roti,
Yeah.
okay? It
Yeah.
is something otherwise wrong in the system,
So in
okay?
a similar, subject, what is the? I mean, lot of ladies, especially moms, deal with this belly fat. They just cannot get rid of it. So, what do you suggest? What's the best diet and exercise for them? And I know most of the moms are busy working, taking care of the family. Can you suggest some, diets and exercise that they can follow?
I'll
Yeah.
take the exercise part first. Now,
Mhm.
you must have seen, Gayatri, if you see, our mums and our grannies
Yeah.
have used Fair and Lovely for their face for almost 20-25 years,
Yeah.
but they're still the same.
Yeah.
There is no much change.
Mhm.
Similarly, you must have seen people, who have been walking for 45 minutes, 1 hour every day in the morning, but there is no change in the weight.
Yes.
The
And
reason
it's
is,
frustrating. So it's
yeah, there's
frustrating.
no change in the weight. You know,
Yeah.
you'll find them, you must have grown older and they're still walking every day in the
Yes.
morning, right? With the same amount of fat on the bellies, right?
Yes.
The reason is, if you want to really burn that belly fat, you need exertion.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Now, just simple walking, leisure walking does not help.
Mhm.
Okay. It will only help you to maintain what you have.
Okay.
Once you stop that walking, again, you know, there would be slight increase in the fat percentage.
Mhm.
But if you really want to get rid of the belly fat, you need exertion. So how fat will leave our body is when you huff and puff.
Okay.
There is no way fat can leave your body. It doesn't go out through your poop or your urine, right?
Mhm.
It goes out when you huff and puff.
Mhm.
So initially for moms, okay, for people like you and me who are
Yeah.
not really into running,
Yeah.
initially start with 30 seconds of mild jogging. 30 seconds. It's
30
very
seconds
less.
or 30 minutes?
Yeah, no, I'm saying 30 seconds of
Oh,
mild jogging.
jogging.
Yeah, just tapping
Okay.
and then walk for 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, because if you are on a heavier side of the weight, this 30 seconds is going to be difficult. Yeah, so do this for 45 minutes
Mhm.
every single day.
Yeah.
30 seconds of jogging and then 1 minute of walking. The
Mhm.
reason is it's not going to give you weight loss or it's not
Yeah.
going to burn your belly fat. But over a month's time, you will see that you're able to jog for 1 minute, and and then you can compensate with 30 seconds of walking.
Okay.
And that is how you will start huffing and puffing every single day.
Yes.
When you huff puff, that
Mhm.
air that goes out is your fat.
Wow.
Okay.
That's good to
Yeah,
know.
we feel that, how will the fat go out?
Yeah.
Because the body will burn that fat and gives it out through your breath.
Yes.
There is
Okay.
no other way of sending the fat outside of the body. People drink hot water in the morning thinking that
Yeah.
the fat is melting. No, that doesn't happen. you
Okay.
you can't eat something to melt what you already have.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to exert. So
Okay.
seeing people only doing walking for melting the lower belly especially is, I don't think it really brings in any change up, especially if you are say around 100 kgs and more,
Mhm.
then this is fine. But if
Okay.
you are somebody who is 65, 70 kgs,
Mhm.
okay, but your body may not be you don't have too much fat around the arms and everywhere else, but on the belly, then this is
Yes.
what you need to do. You
Oh, okay.
start with very mild jog and then upgrade to 5 minutes of jogging, then 10 minutes of jogging, and then
Okay.
you would be able to jog. But always,
Mhm.
whenever you're jogging, even if for 1 minute, you have to compensate it with 1 minute of walk.
Okay. So
Okay, otherwise you get into
alternate.
the, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like interval training for yourself,
Yeah.
and you would be able to lose your belly fat.
Oh, great.
Coming to the diet part of it,
Uh-huh.
now most people you would see they would go off carbs, no roti, no rice,
Yeah.
and lot of keto diet comes in. And
Oh, wow.
but
Yeah.
the only problem with any certain diet is that, for example, let me take an example of keto diet because it's a
Mhm.
huge hit. For example, if I'm a vegetarian, for me keto is very difficult.
Mhm. Me
Okay.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult because I don't have much options.
Mhm.
Now even if I get a lot of options from Google, okay,
Mhm.
making separate meals for yourself all
Yeah.
the time is very difficult for moms to do.
Yeah.
So what I have seen by experiences, I'm not saying whether keto is good or bad. Let's not go that to,
Yes.
go to that.
Okay.
But when moms start keto, they do it for 15 days.
Mhm.
Okay. They eat all the high fat food because they have to avoid the carbs.
Yes.
So they eat paneer, they eat steaks, they eat bacon, everything in butter and, ghee and cheese.
Oh, wow.
And after 15 days, you're tired of it because, you feel nauseatic.
Yes.
How much of fat will you
Fat can
eat?
eat. Yeah.
Yeah. Second, you don't have the time to do the separate meals. So what you tend to do is you again go back to your roti, sabzi, dal, chawal. So you're having the best of both the worlds. You ate
Yes.
the fat you're eating the carbs
Carbs.
also.
Yeah.
Club together, you are again gaining weight.
Oh, wow.
Right. So
Yeah.
I would not suggest that you have to do any diet in per se. The only thing that you have to do is clean eat.
Okay.
Okay. For
That
instance,
sounds
if
good.
I'm
Yeah.
yeah, because for instance, if I'm eating roti, I can maybe cut down it, but
Yeah.
never boycott anything.
Okay.
Or I can add a salad, or I can add a lot of vegetables so that I eat rice a little less. But if you are boycotting anything from your diet, be it carbs, be it roti, be it anything that is usually cooked at your place,
Yeah.
trust me, you will gain back the weight. Because if you are a South Indian, and if I tell you no eating rice, that means no
No.
idli. you
I'll
know,
answer.
you make these
Hello.
things for your
Hold on, hold on.
family, but you
One
are not
second.
allowed to eat.
Monica, can you please explain, how the belly fat is the leading cause for PCOS, thyroid, and even diabetes?
Okay. Now, for example, Gayatri, we just spoke about hormones, right? So we just said that if you're not sleeping well, if you're not taking care of your sun vitamins and everything, we have high stress hormones. Okay. When you have high stress hormones, it releases insulin. Insulin
Yes.
is your diabetes hormone. Okay.
Mhm.
What happens when we get diabetes? For instance, I ate a bread right now.
Mhm.
Okay, it is digested, and everything we eat is basically made into sugar.
Yes.
Okay, and this sugar is digested by insulin. Now, when we are not taking care of our stress hormones, our hunger hormones, insulin is a little, inefficient, you could say, and it
Okay.
doesn't digest what you ate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when it stops digesting what you ate, the blood sugar that is made from the food is in the bloodstream, and that is how we get blood sugar. We are diabetic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now over a long period of time, when insulin is doing this, it start affecting your female hormones like estrogen and progesterone, and
Mm-hmm.
then of course the male hormones as well, the androgens. That is when you start seeing, females not getting their periods monthly.
Yes.
They
Uh-huh.
may be getting it twice a month, or they may be getting it once in 2 3 months.
Yes.
Okay, so one hormone, it's a chain reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, one hormone, it starts from your stress hormones, and then it leads to all other hormones, and you start seeing, and that is why it is called as metabolic disorder, because
Okay.
it is not one thing. It will
Mm-hmm.
affect your entire system. It will affect your diabetes, it will affect your female hormones. You see infertility, you see there is less of periods, or you see there is suddenly a lot of periods and you are not able to manage.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a chain reaction that happens, and that is why it is said that, for losing weight, or for you to get better, you don't have to ingest a lot of protein, and you don't have to ingest a lot of supplements. Just uncomplicate things and go back
Yes.
to your roots. Okay,
Wow, I
start
love that.
sleeping. Yeah, you have to start sleeping early.
Mm-hmm.
Start eating what you were eating earlier, what your granny must have been eating, the bajra, the jawar, instead of the, packed parathas that we are eating these days.
Yeah.
So every small thing counts.
Yes.
Once you start uncomplicating, you would see that, even if you've not lost your belly fat,
Mm-hmm.
especially with PCOD, females don't lose their belly fats. So it is very difficult for them. For instance, you and me may lose around 3 kgs a month. For them, they lose only 1 kg in a month's
Mm-hmm.
time, and then they give up.
Yeah.
So for PCOD
Discouraged.
and thyroid,
Yeah.
yeah, I would suggest that don't look at the scale initially.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep working towards your little habits.
Okay.
Okay, and wait for 2 months. You will start seeing the result. Your periods are starting to get regular.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you may think of weight loss. you
Okay.
know we are seeing the outer cover. The skin
Yeah.
should be good,
Yeah.
the weight should be good, but it all starts from inside first.
Yes.
Okay,
Hormones. Yeah.
so start uncomplicating. Throw out all the packed food. Every
Mm-hmm.
packed food is made, added chemicals,
Yes.
right? For instance, earlier our parents used to get wheat flour
Mm-hmm.
from, fresh from that chakki,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And now what we get as a wheat flour which is packed, especially when we are outside India, we have no option. But
No.
even in India, people, they buy the packed flour, which is more whiter,
Yes.
more softer. When you
Mhm.
are eating each single roti, which is more whiter and more softer, that means that brown fiber of the wheat we have, strained out and we have thrown it away. But
Yes.
that fiber is what you require.
Yeah.
All your vitamins, all your minerals to carry on your functions of your thyroid, you know, are in those fiber things. For instance, I'll tell you, Gayatri, thyroid, there are so many processes to carry out one, function in the body. You require vitamin C, you require every other vitamin. What we tend to do is we go for a vitamin C pill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we don't take the effort of drinking 2 glasses of lemon juice every day,
Yeah.
right? For a good skin also we go for that vitamin C pill. Now that pill again has to be digested in your body.
Yes.
Your liver is working extra
Mm-hmm.
to throw the toxins of that
Mm-hmm.
pill. So this is the
Yeah.
problem,
Yes.
right? You're giving your body extra work to do.
Yes.
And that is why whatever I said, whatever lotions and whatever you do,
Doesn't
you see
work.
minimum result. So
Yes.
for instance, I'll tell you, there are this small bottles of Yakult and so many probiotics that are there.
Yes. Yes.
Now each bottle has 10 grams of sugar. Okay, so we
I
don't.
love it, by the way.
Yes, right. It is marketed that way. Now there are
Yeah. Yeah.
huge lobbies. There is a lot of money involved.
Yes.
So they are going to give you the benefits. I'm not saying Yakult is just not beneficial. It is beneficial. It has probiotics, but along with that, it has 10 grams of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, say for instance, a mom gives 2 bottles of Yakult because it is a good probiotic. Say one in the morning, one in the evening, plus the Oreo,
Oh, okay.
plus the juice, because
That's
juices are healthy. So
yes.
so much, almost 50, 60, plus the chai and the doodh, and that
Yes.
you
Yes.
don't realize so much of sugar in one single day.
Yes.
Everything has to be digested by your liver.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so earlier we used to see that, liver failure or, fatty liver, used to be a common thing with drunkards, people who drink a lot.
Yes.
But now you see non-fatty liver is a new thing coming up, which is already there, I would say,
Yeah.
amongst kids.
Yes.
Okay, 10, 12, 13, 14, before reaching your teens, they have non-fatty, non-alcoholic fatty liver,
Yeah.
grade 1, grade 2. That means that extra sugar, the body is not digested, it is not used,
Mm-hmm.
and it is converted to fat, and that coats the fat, the liver itself. The liver is processing it, but it is when it is so much extra, it coats the liver itself. So basically, you have to cut down on all the packed food, or everything packed that you're eating
Mm-hmm.
is packed with chemicals.
Yes.
Slowly and steadily, they are, altering your hormones. So I would not say, there is a fixed rule for a diet for a PCOD, but yes, fixed rule is that, you could erase the packed food from your house and start eating whatever you are eating at home,
Mm-hmm.
home cooked, not
Yes.
packed parathas, not the packed white flour or anything that is packed. That slowly and steadily starts adding to your hormonal issues. That is what I
So
feel.
go back to what your grandma was eating.
Go back to what they were eating,
Yeah.
uncomplicate, just simplify
Yes.
things.
Yeah. Our
Roti and
ancestors
sabzi is
already
not going.
left us. Yeah.
Yeah,
They already
that
left
is
us with a good diet. Just stick with it, right? That's what you meant.
yes. Plus, for
Yeah.
instance, meat should be fresh cut. It should not be packed. Okay, when we see a packed meat which is so red in color and we feel that it is fresh, no, it is basically that gas. The gas. A car, when we drive a car, the gas that comes out is carbon
Yeah.
monoxide. The same gas is used on the meat to keep it fresh for a little longer time. So that is how it is. So whenever you buy, what we have stopped doing is we have stopped visiting the wet markets.
Yes.
Okay, get the fresh cut meat. We don't do that. What we do is we order everything online, okay, which is
Supermarket.
already pre-packed. So for
Mm-hmm.
keeping it fresh, they also need chemicals, right?
Yeah.
And there is a huge lobby. For instance, if you see, quinoa is very good. I
Yes.
myself eat quinoa at least once a week. But if you see a diabetic, is eating quinoa because it is marketed like
Mhm.
that it is high in protein. But they don't tell you that it is also very high in carbohydrates, and it should be in limited portions.
Yeah.
So it is, everything is playing a role. Marketing, convenience on our side, we want everything convenient. And, in a attempt to get everything convenient, and, the rat race that we are running
Yes.
in, that we are
Yes.
working for 13, 14 hours, 15 hours, both husband and wife are working. So convenient foods and the packed foods comes in.
Yes.
And that
I
is why
agree.
we see, yeah, so many issues.
Yeah. So coming back to the final question on the belly fat, it's a new year. It's already in March, but people are still on the New Year resolution to, get rid of their belly fat. Can you suggest some food that is good to get rid of the belly fat to our viewers? I'm sure everybody's looking for that magic diet for belly fat.
Okay, yeah. So first and foremost, as I said, diet differs from everybody. Okay. So there is no one magic diet, but I would say there are foods like, which are negative calorie. Negative calorie means, for instance, you take your bottle gold, the
Yeah.
dudhi, the
Yes.
lauki. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one bowl of lauki is not more than 30, 40 calories. Okay. So it's hardly anything.
Mm-hmm.
So this negative calorie food means when you eat them, they may be 30, 40 calories, but the body burns more energy to digest these foods.
Oh, okay.
So your body must be burning more like 50, 60 calories to digest it.
Digest
Plus,
that.
it keeps you full for a very long time.
Mhm.
So include vegetables.
Okay.
Okay. First and foremost is include as many vegetables as you can in a day. At least 3 servings of vegetables. What we do is we take 4, 5 rotis and this much of sabji in the dabba. Don't do that. Okay, take a whole lot of vegetables, take a whole lot of pulse and dal, and then cut down on your carbs. Okay, so that you're full for a long time.
Yes.
Add protein to your diet. When you eat protein,
Mhm.
you're full for a longer period of time. Okay, you snack less. Now,
Yeah.
for example, if you eat a chana salad,
Mhm.
okay, you will be not eating anything for next 2, 3 hours.
Yeah.
But if you're eating only rice,
Yeah.
okay, then you may eat, another 1 and 1.5 hours, you may eat. Now, I'm not saying that you should not eat rice, but I would say that if you're taking one bowl of rice, add 2 bowls of dal to it, add 1 bowl of sabzi to it, and don't focus only on rice. So everything has a proportion.
Yes.
Okay, so the first is the more fiber from vegetables, from salads, from sprouts you add in your diet, the more good bacteria would grow in your stomach.
Okay.
The more good bacteria grows in your stomach, the more good hormones are released.
Okay.
Okay, and it will keep you full for a longer period of time, and you would actually snack very less. Okay,
All right.
now
Thank you so much, Monica. We really enjoyed this, and I hope the viewers will incorporate this into their diet. Thank you so much.
thank you, Gayatri, for having me. Bye. Good
See you
day.
next week. Bye.